one.
Good evening and welcome to the Templeton Board of Health, Monday, September 25th, and we're starting our meeting at 7 p.m.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
We'll start with reviewing the minutes from our August 28th meeting. Anybody have any questions? No, all right. Do you want to make a
Motion
motion?
to accept.
I'll second that.
And all in favor, thank you.
I will send this down to Laura.
We'll move along to the communicable disease report. Lori.
So data from 9/21/23 includes the weeks of September 3rd and through September 16th. Testing in the last 2 weeks was about 441. And our total case counts for the last 2 weeks are less than 5 for COVID. I don't have any other investigations for communicable diseases to report. I did have a phone call about sexually transmitted diseases, but I referred them to the state epidemiologists. So we got them where they needed to go.
Thank you. That's less than I thought for COVID.
Yeah.
Some
yeah.
people that have, I know where Tom works, they've all had it again. So not him, but the patient. So
Lots of testing, not a lot of positives.
good. That's great. Okay. Triple E and West Nile virus information.
So I just wanted to bring this up because I know a lot of people are probably watching on the news and seeing that there's very high counts. They're mostly right now in Hamden County and South Worcester are in the high range, the higher risk. And so far, Templeton is still low risk, and we usually are. But just as a reminder, you want to be sure that you're, with all this rain, you're gonna want to empty, things around your yard that may be holding water, properly dress for after dusk. Between dusk and dawn is when mosquitoes are most active. And if you're using a repellent, if you want to keep mosquitoes at bay, it has to have DEET in it. Protect your animals too, they recommend. But anybody who wants more information, I can provide it, or you can go on to the Mass DPH website or CDC. There's lots of fact sheets that you can look at.
Awesome. Thank you. And fourth agenda item is flu clinics for both COVID and regular.
So we'll be posting our Montechusett Public Health Network has scheduled a lot of flu clinics. They're doing a really great job, and we're part of that. We had a very successful flu clinic on last week, and Rhonda actually participated in it because they were one short. Somebody had called in, and we'll put the dates out there. The next one is actually on the 27th at the Athol Senior Center from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. But they're doing them in Winchendon and Fitchburg and Leominster. Westminster has one coming up on the 13th of October. We'll get this out there. I got this last week from our chairperson at MPHN.
Okay, great.
So everybody's welcome. And we'll get the phone number out there too.
Do they have to make an appointment?
They should make an appointment
Okay,
because that's how they determine how much vaccine they're going to bring with them.
okay. I know many of the pharmacies are doing them too.
They are.
So
They
yeah.
are. All of them, really.
I was gonna say, yeah, I think all, and they like appointments as well, so. and the single-use plastic bottle ban at mass state agencies.
So I put this on the agenda mostly because sooner or later, you have to assume that this is going to trickle down, and if people can prepare ahead of time, that's a good thing. So our governor, Maura Healey, has put in place yeah. Let's see. Boy, I can't. Each office and agency shall take appropriate steps to limit the purchase, use, or sale of single-use plastic bottles to only those circumstances when no alternative is available. So anything that's 21 ounces or less, single-use plastic bottles are no longer going to be allowed in state agencies. Here, we don't provide bottles of water to our employees anyway. Most people bring, their water with them. And, but I do see this moving forward. I see plastic bags at some point in time, probably moving forward throughout the state, along with plastic bottles. So just letting people know.
That. All right, and the Coalition for Safe Drinking Water update.
So I don't see Madison on. So the coalition is going before the state with the bill that they were writing. He actually spoke to you guys a couple months ago, and he was very dynamic, and it's mostly to do with the testing of water and making sure it's safe, including well water. And what they're hoping is that either the town of Templeton can provide written testimony to them for the Joint Committee on Environment, or they can, let's see, alternatively, we can sign their letter of support for the legislation, which he'll be circulating among other Coalition for Safe Drinking Water members soon. So we haven't gotten that part yet, but I wanted to let you guys know that the opportunity is coming very quickly, and I would guess tomorrow is when we'll get it.
Okay.
But I don't think that there's any harm in wanting safe drinking water.
No, not at all. I don't think so either.
And I would probably ask you for your support in going ahead and providing him either a letter of support or popping on to their.
Yeah, usually they'll send, most of the agencies will send out some kind of a template that you can sign. I have no problem. Anybody else, do we need to make a motion?
I think I would make a motion.
Okay. I could. I'll make a motion that we sign the letter of support for them as far as safe drinking water.
I'll second it.
Thank you, Earl. Laura? All in favor. All right. And I can I know I have to stop by here Thursday morning. If there's something I can sign then, I'd be.
Okay,
happy to.
thank you. I appreciate it.
All right, number 7, proposed 55 plus park. Off of Baker and Cottage.
So there's off Baker and Cottage, it's all sewer. It's town water, but I didn't want you guys to not know about a project that's in process. Planning board is opening the hearing tomorrow night. And I've sent out all the information to all the other departments, but I didn't bother sending it to you because there's really nothing for you to review. But if you want to look at the plans, I can send you the PDFs with the plans on them. It's like 49 units for 55 plus. If you know, Baker Lane is
Keep going.
down here. Baker Lane, both Baker Lane and Cottage Lane. Cottage Lane has the big Victorian
Yeah.
on the corner,
Okay.
and there'll be a proposed entrance up there. And then Baker Lane is the next street down,
Didn't know that was called Baker Lane.
So it'll meet in the middle. But like I said, I didn't want you to not know about a project that's going
Okay.
on.
I guess
Make
it's a question for the
safe
planning,
there.
board. Has anybody done like a traffic study on that yet
So
with the new fancy dancy
Very
rotary?
good question.
there was,
Because that's gonna be,
the planning board had requested a traffic study. And they'll, I'm sure, be requesting other things too. The plan will go out for peer review to engineers hired by
Yeah.
the planning board. And all of that will be reviewed and taken into consideration. And anything else that you have questions on, why don't I send it to you anyway?
Okay.
okay.
You
all
can
right,
take
so-
a quick peek,
Yeah,
because any questions you have, we can put before the planning board.
I know it falls under Board of Health. I was just curious.
Yeah.
Because,
Yeah, the traffic study. I know when my parents were looking for senior housing, when they finally got accepted to one, they went too close to the highway, will die of carbon monoxide poisoning. And I laughed because I'm like going, you're never gonna get out of that driveway. I get out of the road that went into it because it was such a busy road.
Well, it's
So, I
questionable
totally
anyway.
understood, yeah.
When you, next time you head to Gardner and you're going that way,
Yeah.
check out the corner, because
Yeah,
there's blind spots. There's a lot of work that'll need to be
Yeah.
done.
Yeah.
It was. Yes.
To reiterate, the planning board is sending it out for peer review.
great. Thank you.
thank you.
Any new other business from Laura? Oh, no.
Earl has a yes face on.
He's got a face, I can tell.
Do not.
You do not?
No, I don't.
Okay. I do not either. So our next meeting is October 23rd. Yes. No one else has anything?
Any questions online? I don't see anything.
Like it. Wait. Want to make a
So I'll make a motion to adjourn the meeting.
I will second that motion.
7:12. Right, all in favor?
Yeah.